Hi, this is Bishop Craig in Lansing, and this is Take One for the week of July 4. Peace be with you. I hope you had an enjoyable and a restful Independence Day. I hope you were able to take some time to reflect on the gift that our country is, and also to reflect upon the work that we need to do together to more fully live into our aspirations, our values, our goals that we celebrate on Independence Day. I hope you were able to do both. Except for a couple of Zoom meetings this week, one with the staff on Wednesday and one with the deans on Thursday, both of which I'm really looking forward to. I have a really quiet week, and that's probably a good thing because I need to prepare two sermons, both for August 18. One is the recorded sermon on the lectionary readings, so I'll need to write and memorize and record that one. And then I will be at St. Paul's in Alpena. Pastor Roseanne and I are going to celebrate the 150th anniversary of the congregation. We're really looking forward to being there. And so I'll write a sermon for St. Paul's based on the assigned readings for celebrating a congregation's anniversary. So I'm glad really to have this week to do some thinking and reflecting and writing, and we'll see if the week turns out to give me what I'm hoping for. The reading for this Sunday, the gospel reading for July 11th, is a strange tale. It is the story of the beheading of John the Baptist. And I would invite you to open Mark 6 if you want all of those details. What I find interesting in this story is that it begins that Herod heard of it. Herod heard of it. And when you look back to earlier in the chapter to find out what did Herod hear of, Herod heard that Jesus was going from village to village, teaching and casting out demons and curing the sick. And in fact, Herod heard that Jesus had given his disciples authority to cast out demons and to anoint many who were sick with oil and to cure them. So lots and lots of people are out in the name of Jesus, well, the disciples anyway, and they've multiplied their effort, and so there is casting out of demons and curing of diseases going on, kind of like the pandemic's getting under control. And you would think this would be good news, but for Herod, it is not. For Herod, it is a threat. You see, Herod sees this power not as something good, but as a power that has come back to get him. Because people are saying that this is John the Baptist. And others are saying it's a prophet. And both John the Baptist and the prophet, like Elijah, are people that challenged authority in the name of God. But Herod in his heart knows that it is John the Baptist comes back because he beheaded John the Baptist, and we're given that story. And so Herod is afraid. Herod is afraid. The good news of Jesus is coming, healing, and the casting out of demons is coming, and Herod, the king of this world, is afraid. So the good news for me in this reading is that, Herod tried to stop John the Baptist, and Herod will have a hand in trying to stop Jesus. For John the Baptist, it was beheading, and for Jesus, it is the cross. But God's power to heal and to cast out evil will not be stopped as surely as Jesus rises from the dead. God's power to do good, to bring life, to restore wholeness, to do away with evil will not be stopped. Now that doesn't mean it will be easy and there won't be cost. As I say, John the Baptist ends up beheaded, Jesus is crucified, and we who participate in God's own work of reconciling the world to God's very self, curing diseases and casting out demons, we too will suffer. But the good news is that God's power will not be stopped. It will reign. The Canticle of the Turning has a phrase that, if I could pull it out of my head, from the halls of power to the fortress tower, not a stone will be left on stone. Let the king beware that God's justice tears every tyrant from his throne. That's the news that Herod is getting today. And that's the news that all of us who have some sort of power need to heed. Because the good news is that God's own power revealed in Jesus Christ to cure diseases, to cast out evil, to proclaim the nearness of God's reign, it won't be stopped. So we can take comfort in that. Maybe especially this week, as we grapple with the gap between our nation's ideals and the work that we still need to do to achieve them. God's reign, God's power will not be stopped. And the choice for us, I guess, is whether we're going to receive it as out of fear, as Herod did, or receive it as good news, as the people did. God's power will not be stopped. I'm Bishop Craig. That's Take One. That's what I would preach this Sunday. See you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.